Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. So I am still on this peanuts kick, I'm afraid, but I do love these little images. So I've got the stamp and die set and some ink to stamp them in, and I've got Lou Collins word label designer. I might just do a happy birthday. I might think of something else while I'm doing the stamping and colouring, so if something else comes to me then I will do that. I've got some white card to do my stamping on, an old scrap piece that I misstamped on something else. So I'm going to use these three today, and it's going to be a little birthday card because he's got a little cake. So I will get these stamped and coloured and die cut out, and then work out what I'm going to do with the card. So let me get the stamping done first. So for my colours, I'm going to keep them reasonably bright, so I think I'll do Lucy in blue, Schroeder in orange, and Charlie in green possibly. So I'll get some alcohol markers out. Okay, so we're going to start off with Mr. Charlie Brown with these three. Okay, so there's our 3 little images. Let me just get this right guys out. So Schroeder, that's Lucy, and that's Charlie. So okay, so I bought some new plates, long overdue, but I also picked up this magic mat, which is replaces one of your cutting dies on the Sizzix machine. So I don't know if it works, but we are going to try it out now. And I don't know whether my magnetic platform is going to get through it either. So let's have a see. Oh, it's still a little bit magnetic, so that's a good thing. So let's make sure these are as perfect as we can possibly get them. Okay, so let's test it. Sounds promising. Looks promising as well. Okay, so that worked. And apparently you can, I forgot what they said, whether it was wash it in warm water or something, but to get rid of the cut lines, but I will read up on it a little bit and I'll let you know. But for a first try, that's not too bad. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the card base done and a matte layer, so I can work out how I'm going to lay this out. So let me grab some cards, and my card bases for a square is always the same, out of a piece of A4, 5 7/8, and score down, fold, and then on here we cut at 5 7/8 as well. So that gives us a square card. And on my matte layer, I usually do there, which is 5 5/8. If I'm only going to do one matte layer, so that's what goes on there. If I'm going to do a coloured matte layer underneath, which I might still do, I will cut this down to 5 1/2 and then do the matte layer at 5 5/8. So pop those to one side. So she's facing that way a little bit, so I'll put her over there. And we'll have Schroeder in the middle. So they've all turned up to say happy birthday. and so I might have something in there. I will work out what I'm going to say. So I'm going to have to sit back and think about what sentiment I want on there. So I might go and have a coffee and think about that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a surprise. So let's pop that out of the way and do this. I've already lost one of these little things. Luckily there's two of each, so I think I'm going to cut that in. Colours. What colour shall I do, guys? See, this is where we should be doing a live, so you can tell me. If I'm going to do a matte layer, it would probably be the orange, wouldn't it? Be the orange, because that's my favourite. So let me see if I've got a piece of orange that is big enough for a matte layer and to do a sentiment as well. So just 1 second. It's not quite cut through there, but I only want the letters, so I think we're going to be all right on the letters. Let me see. I'm going to do that again because that's not cut. I don't want to fight to get those letters out. Those look okay. That one doesn't matter because we're going to keep that. I'm going to do those two again. So perhaps on some dies it's going to need a little bit more pressure than that matte can give. So let's put this one in. Right, let's see how this fares. That's a bit better. Okay, let me get this stuck together. So let me get that stuck on first. So I'm just going to cut another couple of these. So that's today's card. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.